Hey guys, I'm Ryan Breen, and welcome back to Breen Basketball. So yesterday there were two great games. So James Harden absolutely carried the Sixers. I didn't know a single person who thought that the Sixers would get a win yesterday, yet they did because of James Harden. He ended the game with 45 points and had some absolutely insane three-pointers in the fourth quarter. Specifically the game winner, or it wound up being the game winner. Um, so yeah, James Harden, I've consistently critiqued his playoff performances because he's sort of known as a playoff choker, which I think that's fair. He has choked a ton of times in the playoffs, and he tends to play bad. Even this postseason, this was the first game, but I'll give credit where credit is due, and James Harden had one of the most insane games of the playoffs so far. Probably the third best game. But he willed that team to the win. And yeah, shout out to the Sixers because they're now up 1-0 in a series they definitely should not be winning in. To go away without your best player and the leading scorer in the NBA and still win the game is crazy. The Celtics didn't play bad though. They were killing the Sixers in the interior. They had like 60 points in the paint, and Jason Tatum played great. He had 39 on good efficiency. Jaylen Brown had great efficiency. Al Horford was pretty good all game. Just like interior and all that. And then for the Sixers, it was Harden, but Maxey wasn't bad. Maxey had a normal Maxey game. And then off the bench, DeAnthony Melton was huge for the Sixers. He had 17 points off the bench, which they really needed that. Tobias Harris just did what Tobias Harris did, but it was really all Harden. There were plays in the fourth quarter where it just seemed like the Sixers were stagnant and Harden would just make a shot, and it was like, oh. But the thing that I really loved about this game is the amount of free throws that were taken. There were barely any free throws. There were only 2 in the first half, and there were barely any the entire game. This was just a pure battle of like shot making. No one was trying to draw fouls, not even Harden, which he usually does. And I think that with Embiid there, that changes because that's what Embiid does, is draws fouls, and it just makes the game like less fun to watch. So I really enjoyed the fact that it was just straight up hooping for 48 minutes. And James Harden came out on top. I want to give a huge shout out to Marcus Smart because he was incredible at the end of this one. Even though they lost, he made some great plays. He almost drew a charge, which if he draws that charge, Tyrese Maxey fouls out of the game and never gets that steal and the transition layup at the end of the game. So that basically decided the game. But he was just playing great defense. He getting some offensive rebounds, some normal rebounds. It was just effort plays that no one else on the team really gives you. And my last shout out goes to Malcolm Brogdon because off the bench he was incredible for them. Unfortunately, that turnover where Tyrese Maxey stole the ball at the end sort of ruined his night. But other than that, he was really good. So, if you hear a vacuum, my mom's vacuuming. Sorry about that. So the next game was Nuggets and Suns. So the Nuggets took a 2-0 lead in the series. It was all Jokic. Jokic just played absolutely incredible. He continues to prove why he's probably the best player in the world. 39 points, great efficiency in a really low-scoring game. So he scored 39 out of, 95 points. And the Suns got out of there just destroyed. Jokic's defense even was pretty good in this one. He wasn't, glaringly, a negative on the defensive end. He was sort of just, keeping up. But obviously he dominates offensively. He's impossible to guard, Like, I don't know how you stop him because he goes in his, like, triple threat, and he could either shoot the mid-range or he makes a crazy pass to someone that you had no clue, like, could even get the ball from his position. So, yeah, just absolutely incredible. Jamal Murray could not hit a shot in this one, which is even more insane that the Nuggets won because Jamal Murray shot 3 for 15, didn't make a single three-pointer, and they still won by 10 points. And, like, it wasn't really close. I mean, Jamal Murray did a lot of other things. The team was very, very positive when he played. So it's not like he was, like, bad. He just couldn't hit a shot. It's sort of like Clay was in Game 7. Then the other player is, that was great. Christian Brown, when he was in the game, the Nuggets just did so good. I'm sorry about the vacuum. It's really distracting. But he was just absolutely great. And then Michael Porter Jr. couldn't hit a shot either, so Jokic was kind of the only one. Aaron Gordon had another great game. So it was those two. Then for the Suns, no one played good, honestly. Devin Booker and KD struggled shooting. They were both sort of inefficient. Devin Booker played good, but like not as good as he could have. And Kevin Durant just played bad from a shooting standpoint. Chris Paul went down with an injury. And yeah, that I don't think that'll affect him that much because Chris Paul wasn't really being impactful in the series because he can't guard the Nuggets. They're too big for him, all of them. Oh, and then the other player I need to shout out is KCP. 3 massive shots in the fourth quarter. Like, when Jokic was passing the ball, KCP, whenever he got it, was making the shot. And he's sort of the one who, like, put the game away and separated the teams and gave the Nuggets a big lead so that they could win the game eventually. So, yeah, looking forward, I don't know what the Suns do because they're now down 2-0, going back home. So they have to protect. They need to win both these at home because a 3-1 lead is not something you want to be up against, especially when KD's blown one of those before and Chris Paul's blown multiple. You don't want to really be up against that. So I'm gonna pick Nuggets in 6. I think the Suns win one of them at home, and then they win Game 5, and then the Nuggets win Game 6. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Oh, and then for the Sixers series, I need to see what the Sixers look like with Embiid because right now they played a much different type of basketball than they play when Embiid plays. So, yeah. To me, the series starts when Embiid comes back. But the Celtics losing that is just unacceptable. All right, thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe, and yeah, bye.